Real Ed Oliver, and the Wizards got a win against the Pacers. Let's talk about it.
You are Locked On Wizards, your daily Washington Wizards podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What's good, Wizards fans? This is your host, the Real Ed Oliver. You can follow me on Twitter at EDTOOOFLATT. And the Wizards got a dub against the Indiana Pacers without Vernon Carey, without Johnny Davis. Johnny Davis was out due to back soreness. Vernon Carey was out as well, and other guys were able to step up. I thought Isaiah Todd did a good job of stepping up. The Wizards, they just played good team basketball, winning 97-79. I just wanted to get you guys a quick bonus episode. The Wizards play again Sunday night at 7:30 against the Warriors, so they get one more Summer League game. They did not make it to the championship game. I want to say it's the Knicks and the Blazers playing in the championship game, but I just thought the Wizards played good team basketball. 25 assists, so it showed good ball movement. The ball didn't stick. They played together. Now, I know the Pacers had some guys out. Benedict Mathurin was out. Isaiah Jackson was out, so they had a couple of guys out. Chris Duarte did not play either. A couple of their first-round picks didn't play. So it was an opportunity for other guys to play. It did look like a Capital City go-go team roster out there. Guys, Jordan Goodwin, Jordan Shackle, Isaiah Todd stepped up. I thought all of those guys showed a lot of promise, a lot of potential out there. And this is their best all-around game. Now, they started out down 8-0. They were abysmal from the three-point line in the first half. And then the second half in the third quarter, they hit 5 threes. Isaiah Todd hit back-to-back threes, and it really ignited a run for the Wizards. I thought guys got their hands in the passing lanes. You look at the rebounding for the guards. I thought the guards did a good job rebounding. Everybody did a good job getting in and mixing up, rebounding the ball. Jordan Shackle with 7 rebounds. Jaime Echenique with 8 boards, 10 points and 8 assists. Jaime Echenique had 10 points and 7 rebounds in the first half. That shows the work that he was doing. Jordan Goodwin also had 6 rebounds. Isaiah Todd with 8 boards. This was Isaiah Todd's best all-around game with 17 points and 8 rebounds. I just thought it was a good all-around game for the Washington Wizards. They had 5 players in double figures. So guys had to step out without Johnny Davis and Vernon Carey in there. And I thought they did a solid job of doing that. They also did a really good job of getting to the free throw line. They shot 26 free throws, shooting 20 for 26 from the free throw line, 76% from the free throw line. They also had 11 steals and 10 blocks. They did a good job protecting the rim and defending the paint with 10 blocks as well. So the Pacers shot 19% from the three, so the Wizards did a good job defending the three-point line as well. You're looking at the numbers. Statistically, the Wizards, a lot of guys stepped up. It was a team effort. I do want to single out some individuals that I thought played really, really well for the Washington Wizards. And then towards the end, I do want to talk about Johnny Davis's numbers, where I do think this will be Johnny Davis's last game of the Summer League. And just talk about his numbers and just give a quick review if he does not play against the Warriors on Sunday night, and just give a quick preview to end it off here. So, but I always want to come on when the Wizards get a quick dub. I wish they would have got to 100 points, but they didn't do that. There were some other guys that I thought stepped up and played really, really well. So looking at Jordan Shackle's game, 21 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, 1 for 5 from the three-point line. Didn't shoot the three ball well, but was 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Did not miss any free throws. Jaime Echenique as well, 4 for 7 from the free throw line. Jaime Echenique, the Wizards may be giving out another 2-way deal to a player where they can interchange between the G League and the regular season team. So they may give out a 2-way contract. And guys battling for that, in my opinion, is guys like Jaime Echenique, Jordan Shackle, and Jordan Goodwin. I think those guys did a lot for themselves to try to get that 2-way contract. Isaiah Todd, he stepped up and played. He played a couple games last year for the Wizards in limited minutes. Gave some effort here and there. So, but I thought Jaime Echenique played a really good game. Jordan Shackle, 21 points. Jordan Goodwin, 19 points, was a plus 18 in the plus-minus box. 6 boards, and also 2 assists and 3 steals. They really got their hands in the passing lanes. Guys like Tahiri McCall, I think he's been an X factor so far in the Summer League. He hasn't gotten a lot of playing time, but guys that were a head scratcher for me that didn't get playing time was Quentin Jackson and Devin Dotson. Tyler Hall didn't get any playing time either. So that was intriguing. I don't know why those guys didn't get playing time, but it looks like Zach Guthrie wanted to get some guys some minutes that haven't gotten an opportunity to play a long amount of minutes. So Jordan Goodwin, he didn't play a lot in the last couple of games, but he got 27 minutes in the last game against the Indiana Pacers. So I thought guys got more minutes. Isaiah Todd, I just want to talk about him because I know he's been a focal point for this summer league. I want to go over some up and down plays that he had, just go over his game because I know he's been a focus point. That's a guy that Tommy Shepard has really, really wanted to focus on in the summer league, the Wizards organization. But before we do get to that, this episode is brought to you by Bet Online. BetOnline.net is your number one source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest sports developments, league reviews, and news, including this year's NHL playoffs and Major League Baseball. BetOnline is your continued source for all your sporting wagering information, including live betting, esports, and scores. And BetOnline.net remains the best spot for all of your sports scores, podcasts, and news this season. BetOnline.net is the fastest and easiest way to check in on all your favorite sports and events, including MMA, boxing, and golf. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to learn more about the trends in action. Bet online where the game starts. But before we do get to Isaiah Todd, I do want to get to some of my game notes. I thought the Wizards played with an up-tempo type of pace. I thought they pushed the pace, and when they pushed the pace, they did a really, really good job. They got their hands in the passing lanes, got some fast break buckets here and there, and got to push the pace. And they were really, really good in transition there. So I thought they did a really good job of doing that. They were really scrappy. They were really scrappy. I thought they were really physical and scrappy. The guards, they set the tone. They really set the tone. Isaiah Todd, there were some points where he airballed some threes. And if you listen to the broadcast with Corey Alexander, who used to work and did post game with the Wizards a couple of years ago, I want to say when it was Comcast Sportsnet, he did some post game broadcasting for the Wizards, and he talked about go-go and whatnot, and talked about the local music in DC. But he talked about Isaiah Todd's game, and Isaiah Todd his game is predicated really on the three-point shot. He wanted to see him do more than that, and I thought Isaiah Todd did more than just shoot threes in the game against the Pacers on Friday night. Isaiah Todd had a couple dunks in transition. He showed his athleticism. Isaiah Todd is 6'10", and he can jump out of the gym. He showed off the athleticism. He showed that he can do more than just shoot threes and dunk. I thought he put the ball on the floor and tried to get to the basket. Thought he did a solid job defensively and had his best game rebound. I thought this was his best all-around game. So I do see the potential in the second-round pick in Isaiah Todd. He still has a lot to work on. Basketball IQ. There was a time where he got blocked, where it was on a fast break, where he got the ball. He didn't even look around and have any much offensive awareness, where he could have just did a pump fake and put a dribble down, and he probably would have slammed it on the guy if he would have did that. So just being patient with the ball, patient on offense. He airballed a three. He missed the alley-oop. Corey Alexander wrote down the quote. He said that Isaiah Todd relies on his jump shot heavily. There was one time Isaiah Todd cut to the basket. I think he's really good moving without the basketball. I think that's one of the skills that he can hang his hat on right now. Isaiah Todd cut to the basket and had a dunk. I wrote down Jaime Echenique was very physical on the boards, getting a couple offensive rebounds and some putbacks. The Wizards started out with 5 turnovers in the first quarter, but they cut down on that. Tahiri McCall was balling. I thought he had a couple and ones. He's been very vocal. He's been a great vocal leader, being a good leader out there, talking with his teammates and just being a pest defensively as well. The Wizards did start off 0 for 7 from the three-point line, and then they got hot. Pat Spencer was a guy that stood out to me. I thought he was a guy that showed off athleticism, some nice passes, some flashy passes, played really well defensively. I thought Pat Spencer, the guy who's had the decorated story, who played in Northwestern basketball, played basketball at Northwestern and then played lacrosse for a couple of years, was a great lacrosse player. I thought he played really well with the limited minutes that he had. Vargas, he knocked down a couple threes. I thought he played well. I already talked about how Isaiah Todd got blocked. He had an air ball, but he bounced back, knocked down a couple threes, made back-to-back threes in the third quarter. Tahir McCall had a dunk and a steal. Jordan Shackle was getting to the basket, and he knocked down a couple shots here and there as well. So those are my notes. Jordan Goodwin had a pull-up three as well. I thought he was very aggressive as well. So those are my notes, and then I do want to look over the numbers just to see if I forgot anybody else that stood out in the game against the Pacers. Like I said, I thought Pat Spencer played really well. Jordan Goodwin, Isaiah Todd, Davion Mintz got in the mix too, had 4 points. Zagers had 5 points. And Tahiri McCall ended up with 13 points and 6 boards and 2 assists as well. I do want to see if he got to the free throw line. Tahiri McCall was 5 for 6 from the free throw line. So next game, I do want to see Quentin Jackson get some minutes. I want to see Devin Dotson get some minutes and Tyler Hall get some minutes. And I really want to see Isaiah Todd grow as well. He was 3 for 9 from the three-point line, so 33% from the free throw line. But he rebounded the ball more. I do think he needs to rebound the ball more. Being 6'10", he has to be physical and mix it up. And I think I want to see them call some plays for him out of the post. You look at his G League highlights and G League film. They posted him up a couple times, the mid post, the high post, and he got the ball there. And I don't think the Wizards have really done that enough so far in the summer league. So I do want to see him do that in the summer league and add that to his game. So, but looking at their opponent against the Warriors, I'll say Johnny Davis's numbers real quick. Through 3 games, 8.3 points a game, 29% from the field, and 33% from the three-point line, which is below league average in all facets of the game. 100% from the free throw line, 4.3 boards per game. So I think he can build on that. Was 8 for 27 from the field and 3 for 9 from the three. So we all talked about it many times before. He just has to work on counter moves and his first step and explosiveness and confidence. But maybe the back tightness had something to do with it, but I don't want to use that as an excuse. It did look like he was slow, like his feet were in cement the whole time, and we know how his game is predicated on the mid-range game and taking tough shots, and he has to adjust to the athleticism of NBA players, even summer league players. So the performance so far, he showed some flashes, but it does look like the G League would not hurt. I named some guys: James Bouknight playing the G League, Jordan Poole playing the G League, Keldon Johnson, Anthony Simons. He's a guy that's playing really well for the Blazers. It took him some time to get to where he is right now. So I wouldn't hit the panic button on Johnny Davis, but it does look like he may need some time in the G League just to get used to the physicality of the game. Looks like the game is a little too fast for him right now. It looks timid, and he's just thinking a little too much, and he's not being confident. I know Bradley Beal sent him that text, so he has some things to work on, and we really want him to get healthy out there. Isaiah Todd right now, he's 38% from the field, 32% from the three-point line, 50% from the free throw line, and 4 rebounds per game. All numbers across 50% from the free throw line. Really needs to work on that. 38% from the field. Really needs to work on that, finishing around the rim, finishing through physicality. 32% from the three-point line, needs to work on that as well. That is below league average. So you look at the Warriors, their next game, Jonathan Kuminga is a good player. Mac McClung, who went to Georgetown and then transferred to Texas Tech, he's been really good in the summer league. And then James Wiseman, the former #1 pick of the draft, if he does play. Guy Santos has been really good for the Warriors. Moses Moody sat out. He's been really good. The last game the Warriors played, they lost. But Moses Moody was a first-round pick as well. You know, Moses Moody was the 14th pick of the draft. And then Jonathan Kuminga was the 7th pick of the draft. So if those guys play, it will be a tough matchup for the Washington Wizards. Some athletic guys there. Jaime Echenique versus James Wiseman should be a good, intriguing matchup, a challenging matchup for Jaime Echenique. A physical big in James Wiseman, a guy who's just taller and bigger and stronger than Jaime Echenique. So we'll see how that matchup goes. Or I'm not going to say stronger. Jaime Echenique is a strong guy too, but James Wiseman definitely has the athletic advantage over Jaime Echenique. So you guys comment what you guys think about the game. Just want to get you guys a quick bonus episode here, just recapping whenever the Wizards get a dub. I just try to take advantage of it. And I just want to thank you guys for listening and making Locked On Wizards your first lesson every day. Now check out the Locked On NBA podcast, where it comes on every day. Get the latest news and rumors in the NBA in just 30 minutes every day with Locked On NBA. Locked On NBA, your daily NBA update in just 30 minutes. Hail to the Wizards. Peace.